Joining us in the studio tonight is the Alaska Aces' Erik Menk. Good evening, Erik, and welcome to Sports Desk.
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
I think, Jessica, our objective this week is bring in players because everyone's talking about the FIBA World Cup and Gila participating is, of course, our national team. We try to bring in players this week who represented the country, who knows how
who's been there and done that.
Yeah, who's been there. They've been in the trenches, knows how it feels to represent the Philippines. When people ask you, I'm sure they still ask you to this day, how did it feel to have that national uniform on your chest?
It felt great. It was unlike any other feeling that I've had, and just having the support of the country and playing for the country is a lot different experience. But it was great. I had an opportunity in 2002 and also in 2007, and I was thankful for those opportunities.
Was it a sweeter experience for you representing the country after this whole fiasco that people kind of questioned if you were really Filipino?
I think so. I mean, for sure it was. There was a big controversy early in a lot of Phil-Am's careers, but it was very nice to get out there and get everything squared away and be able to represent the Philippines.
You saw the Gilas game against Croatia. Your thoughts on this team and its chances of actually making noise over in Spain?
Well, I think they already have made noise. It'd be nice to get a win, but I think they've definitely surprised a lot of people with the way they performed against Croatia, and especially last night against Greece, who's world number 5. I think everyone was expecting Philippines to get blown out, and they were in the game the whole way. So I'm looking forward. They have 3 more games. Hopefully, they can get a win or 2 out of there and really make everybody excited and proud.
When you watch the Philippines in the FIBA World Cup, how badly do you want to be there on that floor?
It's pretty badly, It's pretty exciting. Like I had a chance to watch a Croatian game around a bunch of people, and everyone was getting very excited and yelling at the TV, and I was like yelling at the TV and cheering. So it's an exciting time, and every player wishes they were out there for that.
How hard is it? I mean, if you were to make people truly understand the magnitude of facing the best teams in the world, I mean, you had the opportunity to face the best teams in Asia, but these guys have this opportunity to face the best teams in the world. I mean, how hard is that?
It's unbelievably hard. Like, the players are so good, not just in the United States, but all over the world. And all the leagues, the European leagues, are very tough. Those guys are really big, and it's a big challenge. But I think Coach Chad has prepared the team well. They seem to have a good game plan versus these teams. They put in a good offense, so. They seem very well prepared, but it is very, very difficult.
How much has Philippine basketball changed since your time in the Philippine team to the Gilas squad that it is now?
Well, I think the international competitions over the years have evolved the Philippines game accordingly. Before, we're an undersized country, so we would go inside a lot, and that doesn't work against the bigger, stronger team. So now they've really spread out the offense. They run a dribble drive offense that really spreads out the other team, that allows us to use our speed, our quickness, our athletic ability against the bigger and hopefully slower teams that we play against. So the game has evolved all over the world, and I think the Philippines has evolved accordingly over the last 15 years or so.
We have a big game later tonight. We're going up against Argentina. Luis Scola, Pablo Pergioni, all these other guys. These are world stars, NBA stars. I mean, what do you think? What are our chances against Argentina?
It's been a bit of a wild. I followed the other scores in the bracket, and I saw Argentina lost last night to Croatia,
right.
And we gave Croatia a very good game. We went to overtime. We had the lead late in the 4th quarter against them. So you just never know how these things are going to turn out. They're a very good team, but if we perform well and consistently like we had the last couple of games, we should be able to be right there again.
When you look at the centers that we have, like for example, Junmar Fajardo, who was a little bit shy in FIBA Asia, and then all of a sudden he's banging bodies with the guys in Greece. You have your own experiences banging bodies with international players. How hard is it knowing that you're relatively undersized compared to them, but you just have to fight through it?
It's difficult, but a young player like Junmar, I think he grew a lot from playing in FIBA Asia last year. He had a great PBA season, and now this experience playing now is gonna make my job tougher for sure when he comes back to the PBA. But it is, you're definitely aware of who you're playing against. But once you put on the jersey and step between the lines, you're concentrating on what you have to do, and it doesn't really matter who's there, but those guys make it difficult. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned the PBA. You're preparing for another tour of duty. And this time you're playing for your new team, the Alaska Aces. I mean, what's your mindset going into another season in the PBA?
Well, I'm very excited. This is, like you said, another season. These seem to be adding up. But I'm very excited. Alaska is a great team. They have a great history. They have a new coach, and so far I've been with the team for a couple weeks and got to know the guys, and I'm trying to fit in, and we're all very excited for the season.
Coach Alex Compton is pretty much one of the nicest guys on the planet. So during practice, does he ever lose his temper? Does he ever show any flashes of annoyance? Because I've never seen it happen.
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but I have a feeling we start a pretty intense program tomorrow morning where we have 2 weeks. We have an Australian coach coming in. So I'm sure we're going to do a lot of things wrong, and coach is going to have to correct us. But I'm looking forward to seeing him angry as well. He rarely ever...
Have you ever seen Coach Alex Compton
Oh,
angry?
he has the dirtiest mouth. I've heard him curse. He says, fudge! That's the most you'll get out of Alex.
All right. Well, other than that, of course, you are one of the veterans in the PBA. What do you think you can bring to Alaska, like from your experience in the PBA?
Well, it's exactly that. I can bring my experience. They do have an injury to the front court. Gilas-Pilipinas, who was one of their main players last year, unfortunately broke his ankle. So he's going to miss pretty much the all-Filipino at least. So I'm going to have to step into those shoes, I believe. But they have a great team. They have an established team. They were a contending team. They won a championship 2 years ago. They usually go deep into the playoffs. So I'm just looking to kind of fit in, learn their system, and just be a good teammate in whatever role coach has me.
And I'm sure people are excited to see Major Payne back on the court. You got to watch the Croatia game, I believe.
Yeah.
You've been there. You know how hard it is to compete internationally. You know the pressure that it has to wear the Filipino flag on your jersey. What was your favorite moment?
It would have to be when they took the lead late in the fourth quarter against Croatia. I think Jason Castro hit a little bit of a floater in the lane, and they took the lead, and that was a very exciting time. And whenever they show the cameras flash to the fans that are there in Spain, that definitely is, every time they show that, it's a pretty exciting time.
All right, Miko, I have to ask, what was your favorite moment? I mean, there was a guy in the stands who had face paint that looked like you.
Yeah,
so...
can I use this opportunity to go on record? That was not me. I'm here. I do not have a private jet. Okay, that was not me.
I don't know. Everyone was talking about it. Is that Miko Halili?
I saw a picture. Kamukha ko talaga. Sobrang idol ko siya. But that wasn't me. But we don't have home court advantage. We have world court advantage. I mean, it must be fantastic. You're playing for the national team. You are thousands of miles away, and yet you feel like you're in the Araneta Coliseum over in Spain. That has to feel great.
Yeah. I hosted the Play Pinoy event of Nike for the viewing as well, and I lost it when I looked at the big screen and I saw Jimmy and them walking on the floor. Like, wait.
Like it's actually happening. Like
it's right in front of me.
It's actually happening.
But wow, this weekend has been amazing. I was texting with Gabe and Jimmy, and they were worried. They were asking, how was it back there? Were they disappointed? I was like, no, believe me, they were not disappointed. Like, everyone is so happy. But anyway, yeah, just please continue to support Gilas-Pilipinas. They will be playing against, Argentina.
Hey, can do it.
Yep, there you go. Right, Miko?
Okay, and well, thank you, Erik.
Thank you, Erik.
Thanks for once again having me. It was fun.
And for wearing the pocket square.
Yeah.
Very formal.
That's where it's
Very
at.
distinguished.
I'm officially underdressed now.